Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the stream. I'm LB Hackemup, and I'm joined as always, well, for the last 3 weeks, on Sunday evening with my lovely. Oh, we're over here now. Sorry, that's weird. My camera isn't flipped on this, and I have to point to my left side. But we've got the Fallout crew here, who are now our fancy crew. But we are back playing our Brilliant Ruin for the final episode. I hope it's going to be spooky. It's going to be fun. But before we get into it, let's have everybody go around and say who they're playing tonight. And we're going to start with Ian. I am sorry, I started with
What's up?
you.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Ian, or your boy Big, and I'm playing Vontavious Sneed. Uh, yeah, that's me. Sean.
Hello, everyone. I am Sean. You can find me as Help Action Needed, and today I'll be playing Parker Astus Willow. Danny.
Me. Hi, everybody. I'm Danny. I'll be playing Turner Risewell, the construction worker. Danae.
Hi everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae. Tonight I am playing as Charlotte Astus Willow. And did did LB already go?
Mm-mm.
LB, you.
Hi, I'm LB, and I'm going to be playing Gertrude Fontaine, and I am the security of the household. Zach.
Hi, everybody. I'm Zachary Vaudo, and I am your storyteller for this evening. Welcome back. Happy to have you. We've one more episode tonight. Players, everything's fine. Are you ready for everything to be fine?
Mm-hmm.
Let's make everything fine. We return, gentle viewer, to our brilliant ruin. Roleplay in a gilded age at the end of the world. The ruin of a dying star has tainted and mutated the world, but society persists in spite of it. Though we are at the end of our world, we carry on. Our protagonists spent the evening entertained at the local Valgreaves estate, called upon to represent themselves as the newest citizens of Crowscroft. A night of dining, discussion, detective work, and desire was had by all, with great success all around. Crowscroft Manor has also developed well under the efforts of the group, though that strange sound seems to have persisted late into the night. One member, the butler Arthur, took it upon himself to investigate, coming upon a walled off room in the manor, where he met with an as of yet unknown fate. Which brings us back to those in attendance. Soon, Parker and Vontavious will both return from their respective excursions, but first, we go back to where we left off last episode, in a different part of the manor. Turner, a noise has roused you from your sleep. You're not sure what it is, but you heard something. What is your first impulse?
How late in the evening are we at this moment?
Well, personal clocks are not
Mm.
so much a thing. It is very dark. You do not see
Okay.
any indication of sunrise. You wake up groggy, which you would assume that means that you've been asleep for some time, but you didn't just recently fall asleep and you're not well rested enough for it to count for anything.
Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, I think Turner would stumble awake, first check the room, make sure nothing happened in here from whatever noise it was. And then once he'd see everything's fine, the first thing he'd do is leave the room and go check on Lady Charlotte and see if she's all right as well.
Checking on Lady Charlotte. Now, Lady Charlotte will be towards the master bedroom
Mhm.
area. Charlotte, I didn't actually clarify if you or Parker claimed the master bedroom as your own, or if you were finding some way to divide it up. There are multiple chambers on that side, after all, so it's not impossible to have it work out. I just realized we never really established that.
We can establish it now. Charlotte has claimed the master bedroom, mostly because Parker wasn't here to do it.
Absolutely. Uh, then, Turner, you would stumble out of your chambers. Uh, let's take a quick look at where downstairs.
Mhm.
Uh, Heading up the stairs. Again, uncertain as to where the sound specifically came from, but your first impulse is to go check on Lady Charlotte.
Yes.
Not a usual approach to these sorts of things, mind you, but it's good to know that where your head and your heart are in this regard. If there's a sound in the middle of the night, you rise the stairs, cross the landing towards the master bedroom, past the sitting room and other chambers currently unused, and you knock on the door. At this point, I will turn the scene over to the two of you to see what happens at this hour of the night.
Yeah, Turner will start to knock on the door. Lady Charlotte, are you in there? Are you awake?
This doesn't sound like a very urgent knock, right?
Concerned but not urgent.
Yes, I am awake. One moment, please.
Just out there, probably whatever sleepwear he's in, maybe just tidying up a little bit, fixing whatever collar, like not dressed like this by any means, but
You may come in.
yeah, turns the handle, peeks in, doesn't come all the way in, just kind of leans in, like, Lady Charlotte, are you all right? I had a noise a moment ago, and I just wanted to make sure you were doing all right. You okay?
A noise? I did not hear anything.
No, I swore it was a bang or a fall or a bump or something. It startled me awake, and I said, "Well, let me make sure Lady Charlotte's all right." Is
I have been quiet as a church mouse. She's in her like night shift and a silk robe. When you walk in, she's like pulling on the robe. And I think it would occur to you that she must have put her eye patch on first if she
Okay.
was getting out of bed. That seemed to be the priority.
got it. Okay. I think he'll take notice of that, but won't bring any attention to it. For her comfort. All right. My apologies then. I just instinctually I knew Arthur was going out this evening, and I thought you might be unprotected. So in case you were in any harm, just to make sure someone was here to make sure you were all right. And
You think I am
guess-
in need of protection?
well, not in need of protection, but I suppose well, just in case you needed a helping hand.
You're always so helpful.
Well, I I try. It's yeah, it's just raised that way. Make sure everyone else is okay. Before I go, thank you for the opportunity here. Not just, of course, getting to work on this magnificent home and bring it back to its former glory, but this evening's festivities, I think the opportunity to see those who are more well off than myself and rub elbows with them was enlightening, and though it may seem excessive, life-changing to a degree, and I would not have had the opportunity otherwise. So I appreciate your courtesy.
I understand how important networking can be in your line of work. Are
Yes,
you happy here?
of course. Yes, very, very happy. It's obviously it's hard work. It's not easy, but I appreciate it, and it's worth, well, keeping myself fed. So yes, I'm happy. I'm comfortable, and of course the company is it's great as well. I just gotta eyes you up, head to toe, real quick.
Yes. Well, I suppose if you are concerned about noises in the night, we could rouse Gertrude and make sure that there is nothing dangerous about.
I'm sure Gertrude's been on the watch all day. I'm sure she's out fast asleep already. It's probably not for any concern. If it wasn't anything to bother you, I might just be light sleeper, and I'm sure everything's fine. If that's all the same to you.
I suppose it is.
Great. Then if you're all right, is there anything else I could do before I go? Anything else you'd like from me?
Yes, perhaps there is something you can help me with. I've
Name
not
it.
been myself lately.
Okay.
There's something on my mind. I wonder, could you answer this question? What is worse, losing something precious to you, or never having it to begin with? I've
Well,
already made up my mind, of course, on what I think on the matter, but I want to know what you think.
of course, I won't say I expected to answer something so existential this late in the evening, but
It, it is an Astis Willow thing.
yeah, well, I've spent enough time to definitely be familiar with the way you choose to carry yourselves. I would have to say losing something precious to you would be far more devastating, though missing out on something you could have, but never really knowing it was there is devastating in a different way. But I think having something so close, so near and dear, and wishing to do something with it, but then losing that opportunity is far worse, haunting even. And I hope that's enough to answer the question.
You are certain of this?
Well, it's more of an opinion than it's certainty, but for me, in any case, it's how I look at it.
Then that is all I need to know.
Okay. Great. Then he's like stumbling a little bit, not quite ready to walk out the door. He's like, okay. Is
One more thing.
Yeah, sure.
Could you come here, please?
Yeah, he'll step into the door. He's still peeking in the doorway or kind of hanging on the frame for a while. Should I close the door? Would you like me to leave it open?
Um, a kiss goodnight?
Yes. Yeah, of course. Without
Yeah, she leans in, kisses you like
Okay.
it's no problem.
I think the first couple seconds is the awkward like, oh my god, this is happening, and then there's a hand on the hip, there's another one behind your head as he'll lean in closer and kiss deeper. Yeah, we're loving this right now. uh, mm. He takes off his glasses to de-steam him a little bit. That was extraordinary. Thank you. That was lovely. Was it lovely for you, Lady Charlotte?
She's just like, she looks at you like you're the most beautiful thing in the world. And then like seems to come back to herself. Yes, it was lovely. Do let me know if you hear anything else mysterious.
Of course, I will. And please let me know if you need any more good night kisses. He'll step out the door and pull it closed behind him before looking at you one more time, and then make his way back to his room with the little just like, yes, okay.
All right,
And-
Charlotte goes back to bed.
Sweet.
With returning to bed, Turner, you have ensured that Charlotte is more than okay tonight. Mission accomplished. Everything in the house is perfectly fine.
Guys, we won. We beat our brilliant ruin.
We'll move forward now.
Shit.
A couple of days. Another day or two passes, work continues on the house. Arthur is currently unaccounted for, but did clearly state that he had letters to write and deliver, so surely that must be the case, yes? Maeve is here in the meantime. She already is well versed in the management of the house before its repair, so she's doing just fine in Arthur's absence. Parker eventually does return back to the house. Parker, could you give us an idea of what it was that you were up to while you were gone?
Of course, yes. Parker had to go home to make sure that all of the lab equipment was okay, that the family affairs were in order. Had to go to the National Science Convention of Perfectly Arcane and Normal Sciences, uh, things of that nature.
Wonderful. And hypothetically, out of curiosity, uh, if there were a third party observer to what you were doing, what sort of things would they be able to see without having to be completely in the room with you?
Um, I think a lot of what you would notice is the comings but not goings of people to the manor. That at the convention of perfectly normal arcane sciences, a lot of recruitments of young students who maybe were hoping to find the next step in arcane discovery. Um, Definitely the offer of a letter of recommendation were they to come out of the testing on the other side. Not many of them have been seen since the convention, but science has progressed and things have gone better for the world.
Vontavious, you may make a note of this, as Vontavious will also be returning shortly from his excursion. Uh, a very well timed return on both of your parts, as you return back to a manor, I should say, that is looking much more progressed, much more built, much more well kept. You see the hired help from town bustling about, making sure that things are in proper order, coming upon Turner leading his group of Riveter and Bellows in maintenance and fixing. Uh, Turner, while this is going on, while I'm describing these things, would you mind making a roll for me, just so we can get a sense of how your work has been going? In particular, obviously, you've been needing to finalize some things and then and eventually you have to get at the cistern. But I want to see where things are before you get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are very well kept. You come upon Gertrude, who's doing her overseeing of the home, and you, of course, Parker will run into Charlotte as well. Vontavious, you will be seeing all of these same people as well, coming in shortly after Parker's return. And Turner, I'll let you use whichever dice pool you believe to be proper for your repairs.
Yeah, I'm thinking craft for sure. And I guess I could rock with obsession for this one.
Meticulous attention to detail.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So around the 5 for that. I'm just doing one roll.
One roll.
Okay. That is 1-1. Everything else
1-1. No fail. No success and no fails.
Yep.
Understood. We're going to hold on to that one for an opportune moment.
Okay.
But Parker, Vontavious, I'll let you reacclimate yourself to the scenes. You can talk with folks here in the house. You could talk with each other, should you wish. But you've been gone for a bit. You should get filled in on what happened when you went down. Vontavious, you in particular would have heard that the attendants here in the house were invited over to your local family house in your absence.
I assume it's morning. Morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. I'm returning from the main town. And yourself?
Oh, I can't complain. Returning from the main town myself. Also,
Did you
how
have business
was
there?
your? Oh, always. There's always something that needs to be attended to or looked at or managed. I assume you're finding comfort in our little town.
Yes, I've been away for a few days, but I imagine things have gone well, and I'm excited to be back.
Oh, business?
Education, one could say.
Oh, I'm curious. What type of education is, you know, prying minds?
Oh, medicine is my forte.
Oh, that's right. You're a doctor of sorts.
Sure, we'll go as that.
And what's your practicing skill?
One could say psychoeducation.
Mm. Something along the lines of, I guess, volunteer um, sessions, if you will.
If one were to say, potentially. And your business? What were you going in for?
Procuring other pieces of land and real estate outside of the town, seeing if it's worth the coin, things of the like.
Mm. Trying to move yourself into the bigger leagues or tiring of the family land?
A little of both, actually.
Respectable.
Right. You know, where does travel fast here in town?
Hmm.
And you and your cousin?
Cousin?
Hmm. You are the most interesting piece of talk. So,
S- Interesting is probably the kindest word that's been paired to my cousin and I. We're not unfamiliar with being a spectacle in the eyes of people around us.
mm, that's interesting. Well, I'm sure you have a lot to acclimate yourself to. I was actually going to the house to see how things are running. Or seems like there's been a lot of work. But do keep this in mind. I would love to sit and talk about your practices. Color me curious.
I would gladly have you. I'm sure somebody as strong-willed as you would provide much insight.
Strong-willed.
Is that
The,
not a word you'd use for yourself?
I've definitely been called worse.
Mm.
the
I didn't
both
mean
of
it as
you,
an insult.
the both of you are going to hear a knock at the door behind you. Uh, the door is open from you bringing your things in. And Parker, you see someone that you have no idea who this is. Vontavious, you do know who this is. You don't do it. The Valkyrie family is not a specific family per se. It's a large aristocracy. Many people are part of it. Your last name not being Valgrieve is evidence of this. But the person in the doorway's last name is Valgrieve. This is Tessa Valgrieve. Tessa is uh, Tessa is related to Fidelia Valgrieve, the unmarried fifth countess of the area, owner of the estate in which the rest of the house attendants visited in both of your absence. You would know Tessa in passing from family gatherings. As Tessa will knock on the door, say, "Oh, hello, is anybody? Oh, Vontavious,
Tessa, hello. Good
what are
morning.
you what are you doing here?
Oh, I, these are my business partners. So I was just visiting their home to see how things are coming along.
Oh, well, that happens to be why I'm here too, though not in a business capacity. I met the residents of the house over dinner a few nights back, and I was just so curious as to how things were progressing myself. I didn't realize that we had one of our own in the mix.
Oh, I mean, it's I'm just here strictly on a consultant capacity, so very very close to the chest. It would seem you've met Parker.
I have not. I've not,
No.
Mr. Parker.
Yes, that's just Willow. I imagine you would have met my cousin Charlotte if a dinner party was had.
I did. Yes, I did meet Charlotte. I met Charlotte and several other individuals in your employ whom she brought along for the dinner. It was quite eye-opening. But Parker, it is wonderful to meet you as well.
Yes. And I imagine the dinner went well. Nothing of note needing to be reported back to the family about.
Oh, nothing of note in regards to the dinner. Everybody was on wonderful behavior. We all got along splendidly. I'm still pushing Rex, the Granville Galdeparts, to extend the invitation to his upcoming ball. He feels the way about, well, you've all only just arrived, and there's still uh, still more meeting to do. But I feel like it would be quite well to have you off there.
I am honored for your invitation. Any social engagement Charlotte would be much better at organizing and taking up, but if she tells me I have to go, I essentially have to go. So
It might be within best interest for Charlotte to send a invitation, maybe for a lunch or a private dinner to Rex.
Most certainly, yes. He is. Once things are in working order, how are things coming along here?
oh well, I've just returned, but I imagine we can find one of them. The house looks
Oh.
much better than when I left.
Wonderful.
Turner probably would know best how things are going.
Perhaps you
Yes.
can take me with you, and I can see how things are going while you find out as well. And
You're home, Parker.
there is a punctuating sound at this, as we will now return to Turner's role. Turner, you were attempting to work on the walls upstairs on the second floor, uh, on the opposite end of the landing from the master bedroom,
Mhm.
near the gallery. Uh, when reaching for something, you took a step and have discovered something that neither you nor the other employees have yet to discover, which is a floorboard that is flush against the wall is not secure. You have discovered this with your foot as it has gone through it. You are
Oh.
going to take a point of vitality as the wood is going to scrape up your leg as it goes into the floor proper. I will let you react accordingly.
Yeah, I imagine at this point, Turner would have been walking down the hall looking at whatever. Occasional was like, Charlotte, and then as he would step on it, it's just like oh, as whatever wood just cuts into his shin. Is it heavyweight fall through? Is it more step through, like a single layer of?
It's like a single layer.
Okay.
I would say you're not going to drop all the way
Yeah.
down to the first floor. Again, it's 1 point of vitality hit, so it's more of your foot's going into to the shin,
Okay.
and then you can pull yourself back out, just a little injured.
Yeah, I think he'll stumble up and kind of see whatever skin got scratched off or what scar is going to be left. I'm like, God damn it! Oh,
Now, Charlotte and Gertrude, you have both heard this from wherever abouts you are in the house. Where are you both in the house, by the way, out of curiosity?
Gertrude is in the drawing room in the doorway, looking out into the vestibule, watching the interaction that is happening as someone has just gone to the door, and she's like, I just got to make sure. So what she does is she walks into the vestibule, and she says, "Good afternoon. I'll go see what that's about." Like walks upstairs.
And so Parker, Vontavious, and Tessa both receive Gertrude, who immediately then departs. You both have also heard this downstairs as well. It's a rather loud sound. Charlotte, where are you, out of curiosity, when this happens?
I imagine she's in the walkway outside of the nursery, looking for nice places for plants.
Outside. So you may not have heard this happen then.
Okay. A dead plant
wait.
here. A dead plant here.
Oh no, sorry. You're talking about you're talking about the internal nursery. Okay, yes, I see what you're talking about. No, you would have heard this.
Oh,
My apologies. I thought you were talking like more towards like the arcade in the courtyard downstairs. Yes, you would
Baby
have heard this if you were
nursery,
in the nursery
not
upstairs.
yeah.
plant
it.
nursery.
Not plant. Forgive me. Charlotte has an affinity for plants. I made an assumption.
Okay. That was a weird noise. I investigate.
All right. Parker Vontavious, are you going to follow Gertrude up the stairs, or are you going to begin touring the downstairs while Gertrude sees to what's going on upstairs?
I think Parker would go up, as that is the person he believes is primarily in charge of construction, and if they are screaming out in pain, that is not a good thing to be doing.
Fair enough. Vontavious? Will you be following Parker up the stairs, or are you going to mill about down here?
I think I'm going to mill about. Actually, I'll let Parker do their thing.
Okay. And as you're milling about, Tessa will stay with you. She has questions as to, well, obviously you're a business partner in this. How do you feel that things are coming along here? Then,
I think structurally everything is coming along well. My questions aren't with the project, they're more so with the people. The cousins seem a bit off.
well, they are Astus Willows after all. We do know how they can be peculiar, but well, they certainly have standing still.
Yeah, and I think that's the only thing that's protecting them from their habits. The gentleman Parker, he has some very odd business practices. He was away for a period of time, and I had some people kind of keep an eye on him, being that he's new, and he is he goes doctor of sorts. Didn't seem like it just based on the information that I was provided.
I see. Is this something that Crown Hall would be worried about?
I don't know yet. All I've seen is odd comings and goings. I really don't have any proof on for what, but it is strange.
I see. You'll let Mother know then, yes?
100% I will. Very elusive, that one, Parker.
Well, you have him now. He
Yeah.
points up the stairs.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Then tracking Parker up the stairs, falling behind Gertrude, and intersecting with Charlotte, you all will come upon a wincing Turner.
Before we get there, Gertrude turns to Duke Augustus Willow. I was wondering if you saw Mr. Hall while you were in town.
No, we simply got off the train and made our way in. Did not stop for pleasantries with anyone. Are we looking for someone for a reason?
Well, yes, he hasn't been seen around the estate in a few days. I've been trying to get a hold of him, but he hasn't been around.
Well, that's very unlike him. And did he leave note of where he'd be going or why he would leave the house?
All I know is that he was saying he was writing some letters and then had to mail them out, but I do like to know who's coming and who's going, and I don't know where he's gone or come to.
Well, I'll be sure to keep an eye out for him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome home, then. Oh, Mr. Turner.
Yes, you will all
Miss
now,
Ricewell.
intersect with Turner.
You see Turner kneeling. One knee on the ground, the other one just kind of like not really bandaging, but more just like, first aid. We've been scratched up before, we're good. And kind of just like tucking his pants leg more into his shoe. To just be like, yeah, no, it's fine. This is okay. Been hurt worse than this. And he's wearing black slacks, so it probably doesn't show well, but whatever blood is coming out is definitely like staining the front of his pants.
All right, well, if
Any-
you're fine, then she'll turn and walk away.
Any amount of blood has Charlotte kneeling next to him and examining the wound. Like she'll yank up the pants sleeve, like slap his hand away if he tries to
Yes.
stop her.
Yes, won't touch it. Thank you. Sure, it's not that bad. A bandage will do fine. I'll just run downstairs and grab one in a moment. Just faulty floorboard. I'll take note and make sure we fix that right away so no one else falls in.
She examines it with the expert eye of a field surgeon. Like, she's gonna check it for any sort of infection.
Would you like to make a roll about it?
I would like to make a roll about it. Can it because I'm looking for a very specific kind of infection,
Mhm.
may it be a Defiance Foster roll?
Explain why it would be defiance.
Because I'm not supposed to be looking into this.
I'll give you that. Make the roll.
Okay, I'll do it. Ooh, actually, maybe I use a portfolio for this. Yeah, I'm
Which
important. I'm I'm important enough for that.
Which one would you like to
Um,
use?
Oh, which one is actually useful in this scenario?
What portfolios do you have?
Access, entourage, reputation, title, wardrobe, wealth.
Well, you're not supposed to be looking into this sort of thing, but do you have a reputation for this sort of thing?
With certain people, yes.
I will let you. I'll let you do that. I'll let you use this for this instance.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Usually, reputation is something that you use with other people, that know your reputation. But I will allow for this as an established, because I've done this before on the show as well, as something that an established you are known for this. You won't be using like that rep. If you were to regain reputation, you wouldn't use it for something else. Much like the previous use of it wouldn't be used for something else. But we'll call that this. So it is. It's a fresh wound.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're looking for is not something that would be immediately noticeable. You're looking anyway, of course. You're checking both the wound and the wood itself. The wood has an old quality to it. That's how Turner was able to step through it in the first place. The edges of the wood are a bit blackened, and it's hard to tell if it's blackened from dirt, from mold, from something worse. That would require more scientific research. But again, at the moment, this is a wound that you would want to make sure to monitor.
Mm-hmm.
But with your knowledge of it as well, cleaning a wound with alcohol would certainly work
Is
both for the wound proper and for what you're looking for.
Can I have a flask on me?
You could have a flask on you, or you could go get alcohol. This is your house after all.
Sure, sure. Um, Gertrude, I find myself without my butler. Would you be willing to grab some distilled spirits, please?
Gertrude's at the end of the hallway.
Yes, Gertrude has not like quite made it down there just yet.
You know, while
Ugh.
you're up.
Yes.
Um, perhaps I should grab someone who is more accustomed to working on such things. Perhaps Maud is still around.
Yes,
S'il vous
Maeve.
plaît.
Yes.
Maeve, whatever.
Maeve is around. You will be able to delegate this to her.
I shall go check on our guests. Oh, as has not been stated yet. There is another one of the Valgreaves in the house. I believe she said her name was Tess.
Tessa, you met her at the dinner. Yes.
Ah, Tessa.
Or you would have
Oh,
met her
right.
had you not stayed hung back from everybody
Mhm.
else. But
Was
you
she a
would be able to
lady or a
identify her.
lord?
Or
Or lady?
lady.
A lady. Lady Tessa Belgrave is in the building, and I shall go tend to making sure they're not getting into any trouble.
Yes. Entertain her for a few moments, if you please. This requires my attention for at least a few more moments. And she says
Right.
entertain with the
Yeah.
same like inflection as like distract.
Yeah, got it. She's like, right. Okay.
Parker, as you
Um,
are with Gertrude during this, are you going to follow Gertrude down to entertain the guest, or are you staying up here with your cousin?
I think he'd be more interested in his cousin and their
Okay.
reunion.
Understandably. Well, then, first we're going to see what this is like, and then we're going to go downstairs as to what that is like. So, as Gertrude departs and your cousin is keeping her keen eye on Mr. Turner's wound. I will allow you to intrude.
Yes, I think he would walk up and, Mr. Tanner, I'm very sorry for the injury you have suffered repairing our home.
It's nothing. It's little. I've had worse. It's welcome home, Lord Parker. Please don't concern yourself with me. Lady Charlotte wants to make sure that I'm good to go before I get back to work. It shouldn't be more than a moment.
Don't touch it. Slaps your
I'm
hand away.
not- Apologies. I just kind of puts his hands like in his vest. I don't know what to. Yeah, I won't touch it.
Yes, well, if you need any aid, I'm sure that my cousin can do it. But if you need further, cousin, I'm glad to help. When you have a time, I did bring you back a few plants and a few of those oils you like that we synthesized together.
She will give Parker a knowing look. And then she's gonna like look over at where that the hole in the wood is. It was over here it happened, yes?
Yes, right there. I was loose plank. You should. I assume still sticking like up out of the floor. Probably like scratch
Is
the wall to on the way up.
is Vontavious hanging around?
He's downstairs.
Okay, all right, okay, cool.
Actually, you wouldn't know that he arrived though, because he has only spoken to Parker at current.
Right, of course. Okay, here's another question. Can we can Charlotte and Parker speak Dramark French to each other?
I will allow it, as we've already established.
For the record,
We've already
it's very
established this
Astus Willow.
outrageous accent. We will certainly let this
course.
happen.
All right.
Now we
I'm
speak in
going-
regular English
Yes.
to signify French.
I'm going to tell Parker exactly what I suspect is happening in Dramark French.
Yes.
And I'm gonna walk over to the wood, pull out a handkerchief, and like grab like a sample, like a splinter, wrap it up. I'm gonna hand it over to Parker, and I'm gonna ask him to check it out and be very careful with it.
And is there a reason that the wood specifically seems of nature we should investigate too?
Are you asking me or your cousin?
Cousin.
Tell me what you think. And she'll like open up the handkerchief and show you something that looks similar to something that we've messed with before.
Cool. Can I do a science about that? And by do a science, I mean probably obsession and intrigue.
Please do.
Okay. So that would be 3 dice total. 4 and 2 2s.
Okay. I was going to remind you beforehand, so I'll remind you right now. The function of passion in this. You will spend 1 passion on your tracker. You will add 2 more dice into your dice pool for this roll, and 5s and 6s will be successes. Currently, you don't have any. I started to speak and then you roll. So I wanted to make sure I gave you that as an opportunity if you wanted it.
Yeah, I'd like to be passionate about this. No, that's 2 more 2s. So
Okay.
a 4 and 4 2s.
Fair enough. As I stated before, it's hard to tell without proper equipment, without proper testing. There are certain ways to test this, which you do not have on you. There are very simple ways to test it, but they're specific. And you are not currently in access of these things standing right here. You would need to go somewhere else in this house to get that going. So it could be that. It could be age of the wood. It is very difficult to tell.
Yes, well,
Yes.
I will look at it maybe in a more secluded environment, ones that will allow more in testing. I also brought a few things back with me, so once we have the luggage unloaded, can have a more proper test than just eyeing it, you know.
She gives him a look.
Mhm.
Yes, well, see that it is done. It is very important.
Yes.
Now, Turner,
Mhm.
while Charlotte and Parker are doing everybody's favorite thing that people that speak a language you don't do around you, could you? We'll say that most likely you're not quite sure what to do while they're talking
Yeah,
amongst
yep.
themselves. Would you
Mhm.
make me an obsession and observe roll?
Yes, that'll be 2.
And again, I mentioned the passion as a function should you want,
Right.
just because it's our last episode. You all
Yeah.
just want to make sure you don't burn through your entire passion tracker, because if you do, then 5 of those dice are going to not be able to succeed no matter what.
Right. Um. Yeah, it's last session. I'll take one. So I rolled 2 already. So I got a 1 success.
Okay.
And 5s count, so 2 successes.
Okay, great. Then the thing I'll give you is while you're looking around and everything, you notice that the the, uh, the place where your foot went through the hole goes under the wall
Okay.
of the area, because you are about you're near the gallery, that back wall, not to the balcony, but that little jutted off wall
Okay.
that would border the bath area.
Okay.
And the thing that you would notice in this instance, given what you are career wise, is that this is not a piece of wood that was cut to fit flush against this wall. This wood goes under the wall.
Okay. I imagine as these two are bouncing back and forth, Turner kind of like leans back a bit, like don't touch the leg, and like takes notice of that. It would probably, as much as you can, reach and see if you can like play with it or move it or see if there's any like if it's fragile enough to get access to or play with.
Putting your hand into the hole, you are able to feel up, and you can feel the other side of the wall. For note, you do not feel fresh air.
Okay.
Ergo, you do not feel the outside of the house, which you might expect to feel, as this is a wall and you cannot access beyond this wall.
And yeah, as he's reaching in, he feels this what is presumably like a cold, darker room. Like, interesting. Did anyone see a door to this? There's a room. It would appear on the other side of this wall. Again, just kind of putting his hand on it and interrupting whatever conversation is happening. Is very intrigued in what he's found now.
I think a few weeks back, Gertrude and I saw the balconies there, but we never found a way in.
That is correct, Parker. This
Interesting.
is that area of the house where you both were highly intrigued to investigate and were unable to do so.
Curious.
If you go outside, you can see there's an exterior entrance, but we had no idea where it went to. And we tried to fire a harpooned gun to get a traction, and since that didn't work, and then we tried a ladder, and we never found one, and so we simply gave up.
Turner, you are now
One second.
storing away that there is a small hole that you will probably have to fix somewhere in the house.
Right, I'll fix this small hole. We'll get back to that harpoon gun. You just
Gertrude had it on Sam. I had no control over Sam in the moment.
is that. I think,
believe
Turner
s-
is like fumbling over, like, what? Why would she have that?
I think she called it a crossbow, but the crossbow bolt would not get us there, so it was definitely a harpoon.
Okay.
I'm not going to argue with the head of security.
Fair enough. Yeah, I also just don't like to argue with Gertrude. It seems unnecessary. Okay. Then once we get this bandaged up, I will take a look at this because hey, if there's a balcony, why not use it? We'll see what's on the other side of this wall.
Yes.
And while you're getting that
Would
bandaged up,
any
yes?
of like our workers or dudes that would have been working here just out and about? Are we kind of just excluded here? Was there anyone I could shout to like bring me my tools in the meantime?
You could shout down for that to happen, and as
Yeah.
you shout that down, we're gonna follow your voice down the stairs as it is overheard by Gertrude, who is currently going to entertain Vontavious and Tessa, whom you will arrive upon still in the vestibule.
She stands there for a moment and right. Well, it's lovely to see you again, lady. And Lord. I am here to entertain you for the time. There's been a little mishap upstairs, but everyone's fine. Is there anything that I could help you with?
Oh dear, a mishap. Oh, Vontavious, this is one of the people that I met at the dinner. Your name was it was Gertrude.
Right.
This was good. Yes. Well, I mean, of course, you know, you work here with the Astis Willows on this. Of course, you know her. But yes, I met her at the dinner.
Good, Miss Gertrude, how have things been in the past few days? I've been away. I haven't been able to follow up.
It's been quiet. We do have comings and goings of the people who have been working on the building itself, and it seems to be coming along well. Mr. Icewell has been saying they've hitting their marks as far as how much they're supposed to be getting done and how much they're doing. So that seems to be good. And then of course Duke Augustus Willow arrived just before you did, and the only thing is we've been missing out on Mr. Hall for a bit, but that seems to be his way, coming and going as he likes.
Oh, who was Mr. Hall? I don't know if I remember Mr. Hall.
Oh, I'm sorry. That would be Arthur.
Oh, the butler, the from the
Yes.
Glove and Key. Yes, I remember him now. Where's he off to?
I'm not sure. He said he had some letters to write and send, but it's been a few days that I have seen him, and it's hard for people to get by me that quickly and quietly, so I'm wondering if he's been out for a while.
Shouldn't take that long to post letters. We have a post office in town.
That's what I was thinking as well. I was going to bring it up with the siblings, and I'm sure we'll handle it in-house.
Well, wonderful then. How is everything going here with the upkeep? It looks like things are coming along rather well.
Yes, everything's coming along wonderfully. I can't tell you specifics as far as what's being fixed when, but I do know who's coming in and out. I did have a question for Lord Valgrave, but it is a private matter.
Oh, I see. Yes, I'm going to see how the and she's like stumbling around, looking around around like the stair hall. I'm going to see the ballroom if you don't mind.
Wonderful. Please wait for me there. Don't wander off, as it is a construction zone.
Of course. And she will hook around the stair hall towards the ballroom to allow Gertrude and Von Tavius to speak.
Yes, Miss Gertrude. What can I do for you?
Lord Valgrave, I've just been, I've been doing my research on everybody in town, and I just, as a person who is in charge of keeping everybody safe here, I know that at least your family as a whole has some, well, they like to hunt. And I just want to make sure that which they are hunting is contained enough that it isn't going to wander onto somebody else's grounds.
Now, Von Tavius, as you, the player, were not here last session, a thing was discovered by Gertrude. There is a section of the forest on the hunting grounds of the Valgrave estate here in Crowscroft. There is a section of the forest that keeps ruinous animals, specifically for hunting. These are mutated animals. They can form into more interesting shapes. They can have different capabilities. It proves interesting hunting for those in your family that are interested in that bit of sport. This is not a common bit of knowledge. This is not something that the family would typically want to publicize and advertise. Ergo, you keep them in a specific section of the forest away that should be away from town. But as Gertrude mentioned, improper safety could lead to them getting out. I want to reiterate once again, though, not public knowledge. Gertrude seems to be inferring this, though.
Well, I mean, hunting is a pastime, whitetail, hogs, moose. Right.
Lord Valgrave, it is not my business what you're hunting. It is just if those things are, contained.
And Vontavious is looking at you like just really directly in your eye, and he's like, "I assure you, you and the Estes Willows have nothing to worry about."
Wonderful to hear. Thank you. That's really your family seems very jovial and upbeat.
Hmm. We all have our masks. Miss Gertrude, I actually appreciate the aside here. I just kind of wanted to speak with you. How long have you worked for the cousins?
Only since I've moved here.
Okay. And how were you hired on? What information was provided to you about the job and everything?
Oh, most of it was through the service. And I learned that the house had been abandoned for quite some time. Actually owned by your family, or was it their family that owned it before? Or was the other family, right?
No, it was the Galdeparks, the Galdepark family. You met a member of the Galdepark aristocracy at the Valgreaves estate.
Right. I know that the Galdeparts own this house beforehand, and that it was a lot to do to fix it up, and that there would be a lot of construction. A small family living here, with chances of it growing larger, as neither of the cousins are married yet. That's most of what I've learned. Is there something specific you're looking for?
Well, you seem very perceptive in your skill set, and you're very good at your job, obviously. I ask your opinion. What do you think of the two?
Well, as they are my employers, I can say that they pay very well and on time. They're kind to their staff, and they they think well of the people that work for them, and I never feel like I am a lesser for working for them. They have quirks, everyone does, and I think so far they haven't caused me any more problems than anyone else in this city or home.
Hmm, interesting. Was there anything else that I can help or clarify for you today?
Yes, should I be expecting you around often?
Would that be a problem?
It is not my business. What? No, it's not a problem. I just need to know. As I am the head of security for the household, and I don't want people lurking around that I don't know about.
Interesting.
With this little standoff, we're gonna cut back upstairs. As
You didn't
Turner,
answer my question.
Turner, some tools have been brought to you. But what are you planning to do with them?
I think are we still waiting to be wound cleaned up and everything, or have we progressed through that at all? Or
We've progressed through that
Okay.
in this time. I'll say actually it was Maeve who brought your tools
Perfect.
as well as the bottle of alcohol and rag for Charlotte to clean the wound. It hurts a bit.
Cool.
Obviously,
Cool.
it's alcohol on the wound,
Mhm.
but it is cleaned both to Charlotte's liking.
Cool. As you take the tools from May, like, thank you. I was ready. As Charlie just immediately pours the alcohol on the wound. Like, okay. Sorry, I was distracted. Go through all that. And then I think the first thing he's gonna do is find where the hole is, where the base is, and see like if the wallpaper is gonna peel or if he has anything that's more like blade like to start cutting away at what doorway or what hole is exposed to the wall.
I'd like for you to make a dice roll for this
Okay.
to see what you can sort.
Okay. Can I aim for cunning for the cleverness of finding out what's behind this wall? And I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it with craft, right?
Makes sense to me.
Cool. Bet. That's 6 die here. That is damn. That is 2 successes, but 3 failures.
3 failures. I
Yep.
want to give you the opportunity once again if you have your passion tracker, if you'd like to throw a couple more dice onto there. I don't
I
know what number
do.
passion you're at yet.
This would be
but
the 3rd one I use, so I'd have 2 left.
You'd have 2 left.
Yeah, let's run it. Let's do it. I'll use
And
another
that also
passion.
means any 5s that you have in that dice pool you've
True.
already rolled will also be successes.
Okay, so then that'll make it 2 successes, 3 failures.
Okay.
So reroll. All right, 3 successes, 3 failures.
Okay, that is not more successes than failures. That is not more failures than successes. And that also that is still a critical success, a triumph.
Cool.
Yeah, the important thing is that you don't have more failures than successes.
Yeah.
So that works
Yeah.
out for you. So with this this invigorated focus, it could be the adrenaline from the alcohol sting. You cut along the wallpaper, pulling back, and you come upon there's wall and then there's brick. There's a large rectangular section of brick behind this wallpaper. That, with that amount of success, is roughly about where you, if you were doing the layout of this house, would put a door to go through this wall. This is exactly where you would have that, as there is no other around, like through here is the bath and that goes into there. There is no other way where you would put a door except for right here. It would make the most sense logically with the other door placement. And this brick behind this wallpaper that you have now exposed is in the shape of that. There is
Okay.
absolutely a room through here as far as you are concerned, and it is bricked up.
Nice.
Not like
that. How sturdy is this brick wall right now? Does it seem old? Like, am I going to need a sledgehammer to break this thing down?
You are going to need
Okay.
something heavy to break this down.
Then I'm assuming Maeve did not bring anything like that. So either I would call for someone else if it's around.
She did not. If you have your tools and equipment portfolio currently filled, then you could have access to that.
Yeah, I do. So I'll use that. Cool. So yeah, I'll use that and then grab my cool sledgehammer type deal and just start. I think wind up like Miss Lord and Lady asks what is all right if I break down the wall.
If it is, in your professional opinion, the best thing to do, of course.
All right, sounds good. It just lands into the wall and start trying to take it down.
All right. Take these hits. Gertrude and Vontavious are going to hear this loud sound from up the stairs. I'm going to make an executive decision that this is very out of the ordinary in terms of the sounds that you've heard in this house, and you are going to want to investigate. Vontavious shortly behind. I'm steering the character for now. And you two are going to reach the top of the stairs, and you are going to reach the section of the hallway as the bricks fall from the hit of this sledgehammer. And we are going to all see what's behind this wall when we come back from a short break.
No. Now we're dead.
No.
All right. Thank you guys so much for that spookiness and the little romance scene earlier. We love to see it. We are going to be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go to a place unless it is to grab a drink, grab a food, grab a friend, or if you want to take your medication or do a little stretch, we could do our calves today. That sounds good. Like get your foot up against the wall, stretch them out, do some lunges. We'll be right back. Bye.
Like that?
Yeah. Hello, everybody,
how
and
they
welcome
get
back to the stream. Look who we have here. This is Cricket. She's visiting. Everyone say hi, Cricket.
Hi,
Hello,
Cricket.
Hi, Cricket.
This is how you get the engagement.
Yeah, right?
That's how it works.
My
Clip it,
titties
cat.
won't do it. Cats will. That's what we've learned. Okay. We're gonna get back into things. It's getting spooky. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Thanks for the raid, Dwarven Lion. Good to see you. Hi. You came just in
like
time for
that.
Kins. All right. Sorry. Take it
All right.
away, Zach, please.
Absolutely. So where last we left off, all members of the party had returned. Well, all that could return have returned. Getting back to work on the house, catching up on things, learning about what was happening in their absence. Turner sustained a mild injury while attempting to repair the house, but it was an injury that yielded benefit. He discovered that the floorboard that his foot went through seemed to extend under the wall. And with some further investigation, he discovered a bricked doorway behind the wallpaper, barricaded for who knows how long, about to be unbarricaded with a final swing of the sledgehammer as the bricks come tumbling down. Gertrude and Vontavious, you were downstairs and you heard this happening. You went upstairs to see what was going on. So you are all now in this hallway. Turner in front, sledgehammer through the doorway. As the bricks fall down, the Astus Willows right behind, Gertrude and Vontavious further behind. And there is a port now in the wall.
What on earth? You didn't tell me that I thought you were harmed. I didn't know you were breaking down walls today.
I said it was nothing. I got it right back up. We're good to go. As he slaps his leg, like this thing's a little bit. He's like, no, we're back to it, and permission to demolish this wall. There was an opening, and I guess first, did anything happen the moment the wall went down and get lunged
Nothing
at
the
and died?
moment. Nothing the moment the wall went down, no. But Gertrude is worth noting, as Parker noticed. This is the side of the house where you and Parker were investigating the balcony that seemed to lead to nowhere, that you could not get to.
Oh, the room without a door. Have you gone inside?
We just knocked the wall down. So please, by all means, security, if you'd like to go in first.
Oh, right.
There's a small voice behind you as Tessa comes up the stairs. What is all that banging? Is that part of the construction?
Yes, Lady Valgrave, as I asked you to wait for me downstairs. This is, it seems that we're, knocking down walls today.
Part of
She looks
demolition.
past you and goes, Is that where the ghosts live?
I suppose
what?
we are
Lonely
about to
hole.
find out.
Don't you think our company would be more comfortable away from the mess?
Hmm.
If you insist, I will wait down in the drawing room. Or, no. I came by to see how things were progressing. Seems that things are progressing very, very well. Lady Charlotte, your cousin did not seem to know. I was wondering, have you received an invitation to Darton Hall yet from Rex?
All right.
And to answer your question, no, you have not.
I'm afraid I have not. No.
Rex is being stubborn again as usual. I do push that you should make your best way to get an invitation. Vontavious had a good suggestion about possibly inviting him over for a dinner to push him in that direction once things are settled up here.
Yes, of course. I do hope I made a good impression on him.
I think that's a good start, but the ball is really going to be the key for meeting the right people and staking out your place in this part of the world.
And I do love a ball.
Well, I'm going to take my leave. Have fun exploring and finding the ghosts. And I hope to see you at the ball, Duke and Lady Astus Willows and others.
Yes,
Well,
of
take
course.
us
Thank you so
outdoors.
much for coming by.
I'll see you
Gonna-
later, Tessa. Wonderful to see you again.
Tessa will
Mm.
head down the stairs, leaving the five of you in this open hole in the wall to investigate.
Right, well, everyone take a step back. I'll handle this. It's probably quite moldy down here. She kind of like takes her, Yabo and pulls it up in her mouth.
All right. So, Gertrude, you are stepping into this now opened hole in the wall.
Mhm.
I just feel the need to clarify: is anybody going to immediately follow Gertrude?
Yeah, I think Turner would be close behind.
Okay. I ask A for my own knowledge and B because Gertrude told everybody to step back, so I just need to know who's not listening.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sure. I don't know.
Okay.
Ian, I think you were saying something too. I don't know if you were coming as well.
No, I think he's gonna stay behind. Being that it's probably the last one up the stairs too. Just kind of see. So.
Mhm.
Of
That
course,
makes sense.
I'll stay back and I'll make small talk with Fontavious, like, "Oh, hey, it's good to see you again," as though nothing weird is happening behind me.
And Parker?
As established, Parker is a coward. If security is told to go through a door, security can go through that door.
Very fair. All right. Then, Gertrude, as you step in first, it is rather dark in here, but it is illuminated more so by the breaks in the boarding of the balcony window, the doorway window that opens up, or would open up, should this be functional. It is a moldy room, as you said. It feels musty in here. Actually, no, I realized something. Could you make me an observe roll? I'll let you choose what the personality trait is attached to that, but could you make me something with observe?
Okie dokie. Uh, obsession, since this is
Obsession would make the most sense, yes, but I didn't want to
security.
call your roll for you.
No successes, 1-1.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
as
a
I've been
5
offering
doesn't
everybody
count,
else, if
right?
you- only if you wanted to burn the passion and roll 2 extra dice on it.
How much passion? Oh, right.
You got the tracker.
Yeah. Kitten wants me to roll more, so I will.
So that sounds like yes.
I have not
Working on
rolled it.
crickets.
He's gonna get it, cricket. Yep, nope.
But
Well,
you got
yes,
the
I got a
5,
5. I got
so-
1-5, yeah.
Right. Okay, so again, not more failures than successes. So I will say that you will catch this. I started to say that you would see through the slats on the boarded up window to the balcony, which would open up should it open up. But then I remembered that it is open because Arthur opened it,
Mm.
which you don't know. But you do know that this was not open when you were investigating it, and now it is. So you actually have a bit more light in here than you would normally because the balcony window is open. It seems to have been pushed open.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was like something broken out and opened up from in here. So you can actually see what used to be a study. There's decrepit furniture, leather chairs a couple leather chairs that are very sunken, holes in them from time and decay. The flooring here, there's a rug that looks like it might have been animal skin that is absolutely in the worst possible repair you've ever seen in your life. There's a desk, one of the legs is cracked on it, papers and journals scattered about. Could you make me one more of those obsession and observe rolls, unless there is an apt portfolio you feel would be useful here for that sort of thing?
What am I trying to do?
You're investigating the room now proper. I had you make that roll the first time because I realized that there was something in here that I started to say and you would have to have noticed it. This is for you actually observing the room proper.
Not really. No.
All right. Then obsession observe is probably your best bet.
Ooh, 1 success, no failures.
All right. Then what I've said is what you do in fact see in here. You also, in your exploration, investigation, very quickly notice something more fresh in this room. There is a splash of liquid on the floor that, as you get closer to it, is very clearly blood.
Okay. I'll get my investigative skills on. None of the everything has been boarded. There's no like curtains, right? I couldn't open curtains to let in more light.
There's no curtains.
Okay.
There's no curtains. There's some light in here, but there's not enough for you to
Mhm.
get in here.
There's no
Turner,
body.
there's no body here that you can see. Turner, you're seeing over Gertrude's shoulder. You're seeing the room as I described. You may not have
Mhm.
noticed the blood unless Gertrude is fixated on it.
Same cricket.
That was
Monsieur
Ollie.
Midnight from
Ollie.
out in the hallway.
No, I just let you in.
Is Gertrude fixated on the? Is she bringing attention to it? I'm imagining Turner is focused on what's immediately in the doorway and the structure of the room before anything else.
I think what happens is she sees it and quickly starts looking everywhere else to see what could have caused this and like how could somebody have gotten in here if the door was opened from the inside. Perhaps someone left from the inside, but
So you're doing fast looks.
mm-hmm.
You're looking around very quickly, corner of the room. Your eyes are going to gloss over it as you see. I mentioned a like a wall of bookshelves with one bookshelf that had been sort of kicked to the side, and there is an opening hole behind it. But very quickly before that, your eyes catch. Writing this off the back of your success. As you see that, you start to fix it, and before your eyes catch, and you realize that your eyes glossed right over something as you pivot right back to the individual standing in the corner of the room. Hunched, trying to hide, but in plain sight in the darkest corner of the room, seeing that you see him. An emaciated individual, skin blotched and blackened, wearing remnants of tattered clothing that seems to be about as old as everything else in this room. It looks like a cornered animal, and it behaves as such when it sees that you see it, opening its maw with a sucking and gasping as it barrels in your direction. And as only two of you stepped into this room, I'm going to figure out which one of you two is going to go for. There's a couple of things that it can do here. Dead on. Gertrude, it's going to barrel right for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to lunge at you in obsession, hunger, anger. It's hard to tell. There's not enough time to read an emotion or an intent on this, but it acts fast. It's going to swing at you with gnarled fingers as it tries to grab at you and batter you. You can resist the attack by with a relevant skill to your defensive measures. It could be something like physicality if you want to physically take the blow. It could be something to get out of the way, like catch the movements and time it best to dodge. You're going to pick the skill that you want to use to reduce this down.
Okay, and I'm just rolling one skill, not a personality trait.
So I have yet to do combat in this, so I'm making sure.
About to get our asses beat. Team run.
Yes, you are going to roll that number of dice.
Okay.
And the number of
s-
successes is going to be your resistance to what happens here.
Okay. I'm going to it's okay. You're stuck now. I think I'm going to use what I'm best at, and that is figuring out the danger and moving accordingly. And I think that would be best done with observe, because
Absolutely.
I'm on
Yes,
the
and
defense, not on the offense.
You may use passion in this role as well, should you choose.
Okay. No successes, no failures.
No successes, no failures.
Mm.
Means that it is not going to reduce down the damage as this gnarled creature plows into you. You're going to take 3 vitality ticks as it
Okey.
digs into you with tooth and claw,
Oof.
knocking you to the ground.
Mm.
This is normally where you would go, but you're a bit hit at the moment. So Turner, you don't see this individual until it lunges,
Yeah.
and it is on top of Gertrude, whining and moaning and digging into her flesh.
I'm imagining again, popped in, is trying to, it's dark in here, can't really see much. It's kind of following the wall as this blur takes place on his right as he like lunges to it. And he's probably still holding the sledgehammer that he used to take down the brick wall. And I think the first the first move would be to just maybe just kind of battering ram what is on top of Gertrude.
Okay. You're going to make a roll for this attack. You will decide the roll pool that you wish. Again, passion is viable here.
Yeah, it sure is. And explain again, if we use all of our passion, what's the penalty?
If you use all of your passion, then the very next roll that you do, you're going to have a pool of 5 dice that cannot succeed.
Okay.
They could only be more failures. After that, the whole thing clears.
Okay.
So you're going to have one potentially very bad roll.
All right, bet. I think I'll just go with fight, which will be 2, and I will use a passion, so I roll 4 for it.
Well, you're going to use a personality plus a skill.
Okay, I still get the person. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yes,
cool.
Defending is just a personality or a skill.
Got it. Okay, so then, I'm thinking then I'll take ingenuity for like the insight, along with the fight. So
Okay,
that'd be
I'll allow for
2
this.
and 2, and then the 2 with.
This response seems to be a continuation of a prior conversation.
I wasn't talking to you.
Does
Sorry,
it?
I don't know how-
Does
Does it?
Guess I've had this conversation before. Bet. Okay, so I roll 6. Because I use the passion. That is
5s
Cool.
and 6s are successes.
so 3 successes, 1 failure.
That is a critical success. So you are going to slam the end of this sledgehammer into the face of this individual, which, as you are not being directly attacked, you can see the clothing, while it is very destroyed and tattered and worn, it is refinery nonetheless. This is clothing that would belong, you would expect, to somebody like Parker or Charlotte or Vontavious if it were in better condition. That you have a very half-second notice of this before you drive the sledgehammer into its face. You are going to deal the 3 damage that you have dealt to it, and with that critical success, you are also going to knock it backwards and off of Gertrude entirely. So it is not going to get back up immediately to try to attack. Gertrude, as you've been freed, you were dramatically injured in this regard. What is your action?
Gertrude kind of like grabs her shoulder where she's been hit, and she'll yell out into the hallway. Get back! It's There's something in here. Everyone retreat.
The three of you out there hear this. You also very much heard that howling sound and the sound of pain from Gertrude as she was attacked. Also, it's not so dark that had you not been looking into the hole, you wouldn't have seen what happened. It just wouldn't have been very clear. But there's violence happening on the other side of this wall.
And then I'm going to attack it.
All right. You're going to pick your dice pool to attack it.
Okay.
And then tell me how you were doing so.
I'm gonna use fight and cunning because the way Gertrude fights is very a bit of a bar brawler, where she will kind of pick up items about and use improvised weapons. So I think
Okay.
she's gonna grab a chair, as this is a study, and she's going to like lift it above her head and like slam it down on this thing.
Okay.
And I will use a passion for this.
All right. Again, 5s and 6s will be your successes here.
On just those dice or on all dice?
On all dice. On all dice for the passion.
Okay. 2, 3, 4 successes there, and just one failure. Yes.
All right. This motion does an incredible amount of damage. You can actually see splinters of this already rotting chair sticking through the skin and the clothing of this creature as it like chokes on its own scream, clawing away from the two of you. Did not expect this much of a fight as it claws on the ground towards the open hole in the wall. Before our next action, I just want to see what the three of you outside are doing during all of this. You have been told there's something happening and to stay back. Are you? Are you curious as to what's happening inside still? Is anybody feeling particularly brave?
I wouldn't call it particularly brave, but Parker very much wants to go in. He's potentially a little used to things maybe getting out of hand and trying to escape. And I am wondering if I could spend a tool to have like a portable cage that he could throw at it and lock it in place.
I will give you a snare rather than a
Sure.
cage to that regard.
Yes. I was like, I don't know how it's a portable cage, but I'm going to ask and let the DM it.
I will allow you. I'll say, again, you've only just come back. I will say that you probably might still have at least a case, like one of your cases nearby. So
Mhm.
you will. So you're spending this tool. You are going to go into your case, grab this snare,
Mhm.
and throw it in the direction of this crawling creature, which loops around its neck and tightens fast, leashing it as it flails against the cabling, trying to get free. Already an animal, a wounded animal, a trapped animal, kicking books off of the shelf, digging at the floor. Charlotte Vontavious, there's a lot of sound going on here, and Charlotte, your cousin, just stepped into the fray. What are the two of you doing here?
I imagine Charlotte and Parker like stepped forward like in lockstep, like they almost
also
like they've
probably-
done this before.
Hear a very familiar, like, Zeze, calm down. I'm sure you can tell me what's going on. We'll make it work. And a very, like, rehearsed speech being given to this thing that seems to be panicking and screaming.
Very well.
Did it touch anyone? Was anyone armed?
Is wow. I think I think Montavia is seeing that like more like questions are popping in the back of his head about the cousins. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I remember on the map there was a gun room or something along those lines.
Yes, this is where the guns would have been kept. It is up to the people who are running this house, which also does in fact include you, if guns would have been stored here in the repairing process.
Yes.
Gertrude
I
is
mean,
saying
being that
yes.
the Valgraves they hunt, I think it would be something that even if the Ashrillos don't use it, it's something nice to have on the walls or anything along those lines. Am I able to grab something like a rifle of some sort?
I'd say you'd be able to run downstairs to grab a rifle. You'll have to. I'll say you have to expend one of your portfolios, one of your matching portfolios, to have this on hand, as we've not established it until right now. But I will allow for it.
Yeah, I'll expend my tools and equipment portfolio for that.
Absolutely reasonable.
Yeah.
So Vontavious, as Gertrude told everybody to stay back, there's something in here. You went downstairs to grab your
Yeah, as soon
rifle.
as I heard like screeching and like a scuffle, went, absolutely not, and then just went down to go grab
Yes.
a rifle off the wall. Coming back up to see the cousins uncomfortably comfortable in this type of situation, and seeing that Parker threw out a snare. Why do you have that? I don't know, but now I have a gun.
What do you do with said gun?
I think he just aims it at the now ensnared thing. But it is definitely, it starts aiming at whatever that is, but then it kind of whisks around to everyone. Um, I don't want to say haphazardly because that sucks, but like it's more so he's a little bit nervous about what's
Of
happening.
course. Of course, of course.
And I even think like he says to Parker, he's like, why do you have that? Where did you get that from?
Oh, you should always keep one on you when you work in medicine.
No, you okay. All right.
Do you work in medicine? Do you know?
Did I don't you know what? I don't even think that you work in medicine.
We're going
What part
to
of gold further down the hallway does no one understand?
we're gonna leave
I
back around
did,
to the
and I got
ensnared
this.
individual.
What is that?
We're leaving back around to the ensnared individual. As mentioned, I grant you a snare, which means that it is leashed. It is not, of course, entirely locked in place. It's just now unable to leave. So we're going to see what it does now. And as there are 5 of you on here, I'm going to roll a d6. I have you numbered on my screen. We'll see what it attempts to do next. Fitting, as the person that pummeled it in the face, it is going to
Damn,
jump up and
Gertrude.
it's going to jump up and attempt to first it was you
Yeah.
Turner.
Yeah,
Jump up and it's going to attempt to attack at you. You may use something to evade or block.
Okay. And this is when I just get skill on, correct?
Yes, you can
Okay.
use a passion here, but you will just roll a skill.
Okay.
I apologize if this is stepping on any toes. As soon as I see the thing lunge, I'd like to shoot.
I will allow you to do that. It's going to take its turn, but I will allow
Okay.
you to do that still.
So this would be my last passion. Do I get the 5 pool on this or the next roll? Like is it hitting the 5?
The next roll. The next roll.
Ugh. All right, hey, listen, we're here to play a game, right? All right, so I'll use my passion on that, and I'll go for, man, really trying to find a way to squeeze craft in there to make that a logical choice.
Hit it with a
You're
hammer.
You're
Making-
Wimbly Nimbly. You're crafty.
Yeah. Well, it says, craft is making things out
Right.
of raw ingredients, being good with your hands. If you can justify what in this room that you'd be able to, in an instant, use,
I am going to
I could
make
allow it.
a corpse out of an assailant.
I was thinking
You're gonna use that raw dog in you, ha, and then fucking
The broken chair on the floor as a shield. That's quite
Okay.
crafty.
That's where I was at. I was Rashawn's. I was like, the first, if the chair broke when Gertrude used it, I think if like the back is like accessible, I'd probably grab that and try and use it. Yeah, to
I
hold
will
up in
allow
front of me.
that.
Let's go. Give me that. So then I get 5 roll.
5s and 6s are successes here.
Whew, that's one success.
One success.
Look at all those
Uh,
twos.
All right. So that one success is going to reduce down the amount of damage that you take,
Mhm.
as it's still going to. It's lunging around, so it's hitting you with its fingers, but it's bashing into the shield. You were going to take a hit of 2 vitality as the fingers dig into your shoulders, but it cannot get at you with its teeth as you have it blocked in the meantime. And at this point, Vontavious, I will allow you to roll to take your shot.
This really fucking hurts.
Perfect. Do. Okay, I'd like to use my ingenuity and observe for that. Is that
For the timing on it, yes, that's understandable.
perfect? And then I'd like to burn a passion for this as well.
Please do.
Cool. So
Please, Lord Vontavious, hit it. It hurts.
I got 3 successes.
That is a critical, and the bullet is going to go through the neck of this creature as it lunges at Turner and collapse off of Turner, the fingers slipping out of the skin of the shoulders as it hits the ground. Still snared, thudding wetly against the ground as the chaos in this room stops with a bang.
I go to reload the gun immediately.
Gertrude, Turner, you both are dramatically injured. Functional, but dramatically injured. Charlotte, Parker, you attempted to catch it, but it was already too out of control. I will also say, given your stature, or your station rather, you both will immediately notice the sort of thing that Turner noticed, which is the type of clothing being worn by this creature on the ground. Given the location that you are in, it is fair to assume, for the two of you at least, this was its study once. Vontavious, I'm not giving this to you because you are much more occupied with your gun right now, understandably so. But this is the current state of everybody now.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is the blood on the floor, does it match the blood coming from this thing?
The blood that's coming from this looks stagnant. It looks Icarus. It does not look like the same kind of blood. It looks much more like the blood that is currently coming through your clothing right now.
Right. We have another problem. I think this thing has hurt someone recently.
Yep, it's
Someone
me.
else.
It's hurt me. Yes. But
Besides you. When I came in here, this puddle of blood was already there. Seems to be a few days old at least. Do we know anybody who's been missing for a few days?
Do I hear that?
You're all in the room, yes. So it's
Yeah.
up to you if you're focused enough to hear that, but yes.
Yeah. Didn't you all say that Arthur's been missing or hasn't come back for quite some time?
Yes. Isn't it strange that he hasn't... Look, we should make sure that the rest of this house is clear. Miss Charlotte, might I borrow a handkerchief or something? She says, pushing on the wound on her shoulder.
Charlotte has been checking to make sure that this thing is down for good.
You are giving it a look over. You know that it is hard to tell with these sorts of things.
Mhm.
But something else to point out is you immediately asked if it touched anybody. You can very quickly see that Gertrude and Turner are free bleeding
Yeah,
from wounds on their body.
Yes, of course. I'm gonna turn towards Gertrude and say, I can do you one better. You're going to stay with me until we are finished. I'm just gonna point at Turner as well. You as well, over here.
Yes, lady.
No.
He's trying to rub both of his shoulders and just stab. Doesn't quite know how to do this.
We don't know where that door goes. And we need to know if there's anything else in the house. I can't stay with you. I have to go check.
Gwen? Excuse me.
Gwen.
Oh my god.
Hey, I'm not in this fucking game, okay? It's been months. It's been a
Neither
year.
am I, but evidently
Gwen.
it came out really quickly. Miss Gwen?
Nope, still not
Listen to me.
Gwen.
Still not
Gertrude.
Gwen.
Gertrude.
Gertrude. I'm so Miss Gertrude, you will listen to me. What you were attacked by was a ruinous creature. And if you want to live, we have to clean those wounds immediately.
Right.
And if
Well.
you're really that an exploration, there's a very noble lord with a gun. Who better to check out an opening than somebody
First,
armed
is
and
it
already
dead?
taking one down?
Is it? Wait. First of all, I need to speak with you. Is it dead? like, like.
It seems that it is no longer moving. Whether it is dead or not, we could tie it up if you feel what'll make you feel better.
No, this will make me feel better. And I'm pretty sure I have like a pen of sorts in my pocket. Would you allow that?
To what end?
A pen, just a pen to like, you
Oh,
know.
a pen, of course, yes.
Yeah, perfect. I grab the pen, I go up to this thing, and I stab it in the neck. All right.
Okay.
Now I feel better. Okay. What was this about a door in a room? Sorry.
She points to the secret door that's going into the.
You would
Into
like
the-
to go
And also-
further into this to see if there are more of these.
If there's another secret passage in this house, it could let out anywhere. Which means we could be in danger no matter where we go.
I'm actively cleaning wounds.
Yes, I will allow for that. So
Fine.
Gertrude and Turner, yes, it stings a lot. But as the Astus Willow has told you, if it is ruinous, it must be cleaned.
I can go take a look.
Be careful. Please.
Do let us know if you need any help.
You will most likely
Glares.
need a light. You most likely will need a light if you were going to be going down with your gun in both hands.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
help would
Yeah.
probably be needed.
Good news. There's one person who hasn't been hurt.
There's one person that has
Yes.
been hurt, and one person that is not currently occupied, and that would be
Yes.
Parker.
And I would gladly follow right behind the Lord as he makes his way.
Well, you will
Carrying a
stand
light
next
sword.
to me
The
as
Lord.
we go through this. You will not be behind me. The
Oh, I
Lord.
don't know if this passageway is big enough for two people to walk side by side.
We will figure it out, but you will not be behind me.
You have a gun.
I do recommend not walking in the front of the gun.
You do very quickly see that as you approach this passageway, with I'll say a candle from the outside. That yes, this is big enough for probably like 1.5 people, and that's being generous. Side by side, there will need to be some creativity to walk that close.
You will
And
walk
if
in
the
front of
body is
me,
dead,
and
is
I
that
will
snare
use your shoulder
reusable?
as a brace for the gun.
Oh, I don't think that's the best idea. What if you can't see because the light is too far in front?
Well, then make sure you do well to illuminate
I-
the path. I do not trust you, Parker.
My God. My
think-
God.
I think we're at a very good point here for a social conflict. So I would like for both of you,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I would like for both of you to roll.
Okay.
You're gonna pick your personality and skill set, and we're gonna see who wins.
I'm gonna do audacity and fight.
Cool.
The
I will also do
audacity.
audacity and fight in that case.
Oh
yeah,
my
let's
god.
go.
Square up.
Ooh.
Everyone use your passion.
This would count
have-
for that. It is.
Oh, I might do it just for the crit. So I currently have
I-
2 successes.
I currently also have 2 successes, so I'm gonna use a
Use your
passion too.
passion.
Both of you can
Uh,
do.
3 successes total.
All right, let's see.
Alright.
Let's see. All right, you win.
All right. I'm gonna call it the difference then. Vontavious, you are going to take 1 hit to distress,
Okay.
as you do not trust this man, given the things that you are suspicious of, and now just on edge here. But I'm gonna tack it up a little bit to Gertrude starting to speak up right there before we went into the roles of you're realizing very quickly that the room seems to be against you in this regard. And you do in fact have the gun.
I do have a gun.
Therefore, you are going to be the one to be in the front with Parker by you with the candle extended out so that you can see.
Fine. I will shoot you.
And causes social disruption between the families. Your cousin just came
Trust
over
me.
to invite my cousin, and she can report quite easily that you took down somebody out of no reason.
He gives a knowing look. He doesn't say what's in his mind, but like for the table in his head, he's like, it wouldn't be the first time. And then he just keeps.
You will walk through this passageway. And it moves you in a downward slanted direction. You feel yourself moving through the walls of the house. You find yourself passing by what looks like another exit door, but it's closed. So far, nothing's down here.
Clarification on
Gonna read-
closed, and I apologize for muddying the waters. Closed or blocked off?
If you push on it, you will see if it's opened or not. But the point is that it is not currently open
Heard.
accessed. This goes down. If you feel the air down here getting more moist until it reaches a more dirt-lined section of this area, and come upon a wall with cracks in it. This wall is covered in the same blackness that seems to web that creature, that individual's face in veins that pumped out of its wounds, that seem to stain the floorboards. If either of you would like to make me a roll to figure out what is on the other side of this wall, it would involve some clever observation through the cracks without allowing this stuff to get on you.
Since you're holding a gun, I'm probably the one that has to look more, if you're cool with that, Ian.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking similar.
Yeah. Can I do obsession and transgress?
Tell me what the violation of the social order would be for this.
I think it's that Parker is not looking in any fear or concern or uncertainty. He's looking in thrill and excitement and trying to see where this ichor is coming from.
It's a loose definition, but I'll allow it.
Cool. 4, 4, 3, 6. 1 success.
1 success. You put the candle closer to see in, and you can actually see this material recess at the heat, reactive to the heat, not quite alive, but aware. As you look through the crack in the wall that it seems to be bleeding through, you see a large underground area with a very low pool of water. Not enough to actually reach the piping that it would need to get either into the house or out into the world. This is your cistern, and it is covered in this material. It is covered in this ruin from the inside.
It is
Call it a
beautiful,
saving
no?
grace that you weren't able to repair the cistern so easily.
So much raw ruin just sitting there, unexposed to the world. New.
Right. I'm pretty sure that Fontavious can't 100% see it. He's just getting this from Parker. Is it bad?
What is your definition of bad, my friend?
A lot of. Is it bad, Parker?
It is potentially bad if people were to stumble upon it, but it is great for those who wish to learn more. It is great for those who wish to harness it or those who wish to understand it, but it seems to be doing no harm to anyone currently. Seems perfectly fine. We all seem perfectly fine, no?
No. Did you not see what happened back? If this
And
is
we
something
would
that's
have been able to talk if someone didn't overreact and end their life.
I'm sorry. Two of our party were greatly injured. Excuse me
And
for
they're
wanting
being
to prevent
healed
that from
now.
happening. What is your deal, Parker? This is obviously a danger.
Some call it a danger, some call it the future.
And is this what you are doing in your medical studies? Is this something that will aid you in what you're looking for? Yeah, that's right. You're stunned to silence.
Oh. And he ran away.
And that's been our
Aw.
brilliant ruin. Thanks for watching.
All right, so while... Oh, you're back. Okay, perfect.
My mic fully disconnected.
Ah,
Oh no.
Been there.
thanks, Fod Ninja.
I would not say it's something to make me last forever. I do think it's something that can keep the world warm. Is that not what is most important?
You're fading in and out.
Your microphone's doing something funny.
Let me check it. Check it. Has it
What?
restored itself?
So far, so good.
Okay.
So try that one more time.
Yes. I would not say it's something for myself to maintain lasting forever, but it is definitely a way we can move the world forward.
How?
Those who live in fear of the unknown are only meant to fall to it. Those brave enough to explore it will know more.
Okay. He he taps Parker's shoulder with the gun. He goes, "We're going back now. Come on."
Perfectly fine. Leads the way.
No, you will be walking in front of me. No quarrels.
Fine. And he'll very jauntily head up.
As this is happening, the three of you up top, Charlotte is putting alcohol on the wounds. It's not going to heal the damage, but it is going to make sure that the infection can be held at bay. So three of you in this room and a body, and a lot of remnants of whatever this room was beforehand. Is there anything that you all would like to do before the other two come back up, exploration-wise, in this room?
It's still really dark in here, right? Like we don't really have the wood is still boarded up.
The windows are still boarded up, but again, the balcony door is open, which
Okay,
gave enough light to be able to see in here.
Ugh.
And there's a light from the hallway that is currently bleeding in as well.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Far
think
be
we'll
it from me from telling you how to do your job, but next time you go breaking in a wall, perhaps we should let people know.
Forgive me. Last time I checked, as I'm doing construction and trying to extend the building, I would never expect to see points at whatever's left on the ground, whatever that is, locked away in a bedroom that's been entirely quiet. Not something that's typically done when doing reconstruction.
Of course, but we don't live in a typical age now, do we?
I suppose not. Of course, I should add crazy zombie monsters to things I will keep an eye out for in the future as I'm tearing down walls. Yes, thank you, Miss Gertrude. Once again, your advice is top notch. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Lady Charlotte, thank you so much for fixing the wounds. I'm assuming as bandages are kind of wrapped around the shoulder and armpit area. It's like,
I cannot fix them, but I can do what I can. I'm sorry.
appreciate it.
I know it hurts.
very much so, but your care has helped a lot. What do we do now?
Gertrude, I release you.
Did you say you release me?
You're fired.
Yeah, I was
You
like,
can go- you can go do what you wish.
but I've done my
You're
best,
fired.
Mom.
Get out of
You
here.
picked out her boyfriend. You need to stop.
What a surprise ending.
Yeah, Jesus. I'll pack
Dobby's
my
a
things
free
right
elf
away.
now.
I feel like there's like a moment of like, what? And it's like, you may go do as you have said.
Duchess Charlotte gave me a sock.
No, she's just a lady. She's not a duchess.
Oh, goodness. Yes, Gertrude, what would you
Did
like to do?
I heal any?
No.
Okay.
It
Dope.
it takes longer to heal.
Yeah, I
than
don't
this.
know. I don't know if he's gonna let me do that. I got points in it. Give me a few weeks. I got you.
Let's see. In terms of recovery of vitality and distress,
Mm-hmm.
recovering vitality is difficult. You need some peace and quiet in order to do that. You will recover 1 box of vitality at the beginning of every session. You typically need to heal it off over time. It's one of these it's not something you can just like quick medically fix. It's like any wound, it will take time.
Okay.
You were still able to function though. You were able to you're not at an
Yeah.
impairment. You're able to move around.
All right. I think Gertrude's gonna start making her way into the tunnel then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to check. We have Parker and Vontavious that have gone down the tunnel. The 3 of you are up here in this study. Again, there's the creature up here. There's whatever else is in this study that belongs to the creature up here. But you also want to explore the tunnel and see what they missed, or are you just curious as to what they're getting up to down there? Fair enough. Then you are going to, because these are sort of simultaneous happening things, I think you're going to get kind of close to the dead end that they've come to and hear that bickering back and forth between Vontavious and Parker before they make the decision to come back up this way. Yep, you both round the corner, and there is a bleeding and wounded woman standing around the corner, which you quickly identify as Gertrude. Perhaps it's a good thing that Vontavious was not in front.
Is it possible to dig a second cistern without needing to interrupt the one that is potentially going to be repaired? Oh, yes. Well, you had just done such a brilliant job on your first pass through of making sure things that needed to be updated were needing to be updated. So I thought perhaps you dabbled in both, but nothing of concern down here. We are safe to
That
go up.
that is not true. There is a lot to be concerned with down here. There is a corruption that seems to be spreading in this secret tunnel, and I don't know why our friend Parker here is not more concerned. Um,
It is something to be fascinated by and interested in, but concerned is not the word I would apply. It's
it
kind of dead at end.
yeah, it doesn't let out, and I highly suggest Miss Gertrude to not give it a look. It, I don't, at least not by yourself. No, I'm suggesting that we go back and we figure something else out.
Of course. I would never deprive somebody from an intellectual discovery. It seems that the wall seemed cracked. I did not notice anything further, but I'm sure your eye is more attuned to those than mine. Would you like the kind lord to accompany you and I can go check in on the others? Or are you safe down here alone? Oh, well, it would be a shame to use one such as yourself. Because if we get to the others and we haven't heard in a matter of half an hour or so, he won't give you the disservice of several hours.
Whatever you wish. She like
Is the,
pushes herself up against the wall.
If you need to know, it seems to recede from the heat of the candle. So, that might aid you in finding another passage.
All
But
right,
please
thank
don't
you.
disturb it. Please allow it its life.
Right.
Gertrude,
I
you
shall
will
take the
the-
candle.
take
I
the
just want to
candle
see,
from-
like, we don't have to play it out, but I just want to see where this opens up and if there's any, like peepholes or anything along the way. Like, what purpose does this serve?
Well, going all the way back to the end as these two head back up, you will come upon the dead end wall with the crack in the wall where you'll be able to see as the ruin recedes from the flame once again that the cistern is on the other side of this wall and it has been infected. Massively so.
Okay. Does it seem like this is where it's coming from? Like, why is it focused here?
It's hard to tell. You
Mhm.
don't know if the ruin came up from here and infected whatever creature was up top. You don't know if the creature up top got infected and spread it down through the house, in the walls, in the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like if it was locked away in here, then it was prevented from entering other elements of the house, at least. But it looks like there is interior sections of the house, of the secret passage that go all the way to the cistern, that are ruined. On your property sheet, I have ticked 5 of the ruin boxes on one of the discs for you.
And where is the cistern?
The cistern is technically not connected. If you go to the basement page, it is a separate section.
Ah,
It is near the house. It is near the house, but it is separated. So it is a
Mm.
room. It is a large, like cavernous well.
that's where I
effectively,
went down into the basement, right?
You went down to the basement, but you could not access the cistern from the basement. It is just at the same level as the basement in
Ah.
terms of in the
Yeah.
world, but it is not directly connected to the house.
Okay.
It is walled off in this regard.
Okay.
Well, it is directly connected to the house, but only through the piping, which is currently broken, and the cistern is not filled enough for water to get in. Hence, why you all were using the well and
Mhm.
not this.
Okay. All right, sounds good then. I cannot get out from in here, correct?
You can only get out back the way you came. It seems that whoever blocked that individual
I see.
upstairs made a case to block the other exits from the secret passage
Yes. Okay,
as
cool.
well.
I shall head back then. Making note of what I see.
And then I'm going to check back in with Charlotte and Turner once more. Is there anything that you would like to do in the brief moments before everybody else shows up? Is there any investigation you'd like to do in this room? Is there any conversation that you would like to have?
Certainly. I want to dig through the shelves and stationery of this room
Okay.
just to confirm my suspicions.
As you go to dig through the shelves, most of the books are very, very ruined, both in the game sense and in the standard sense. Two items of note are obtained by you, though. One is a decaying leather-bound book that is marked the Journal of Hartford Galdepark. As you flip through it quickly, you can see that this seems to chronicle elements of his life, his love for his wife Matilda, his thoughts on the affairs of the grounds, and over time, his terrifying transformation. The first entries are neat and elegant, and they devolve into shaky, illegible scrawls, where the final pages are simply smeared with ink. The second thing you're able to find are tokens, memories, a box of memories, a wedding photograph of a man you assume to be Hartford and a woman you assume to be Matilda. Their smiles are very radiant. It's a joyous day in this photo. There's also an engraved shaving kit in this box with a straight razor, silver brush, and a bowl for mixing shaving soap. Sentimental things. Things that clearly he had no use for at this point. And as you go to investigate the stationery at the desk, you do not find stationery as you are quickly averted to the body on the floor behind the desk, not the one that has just been put down. The only reason that you can tell that this is Arthur is the glove and key insignia on the bloodstained lapel, as the face has been chewed through beyond recognition. You're surprised that the smell didn't hit everybody first. It seems that the smell of the ruin, the mold, was more powerful in here. Arthur did not get to sending his letters. Arthur is most likely the one who opened that balcony door. And Arthur ended his journey here. How do you react when you see this body?
I think that she's been examining the room with sort of a clinical detachment, maybe mild interest. And she comes like around the corner and pauses. And just a hand sort of goes to her mouth and she says, "Oh, Arthur."
Turner, you will hear this. And should you get up, you will see the scene that I have described in violent detail.
Yeah, I think Turner, as Charlotte would have been looking through anything, Turner's looking like he's looking, but doesn't really have an objective. Is more, it's just like, oh, this weird thing is in the way. Oops. And then the Arthur comment kind of brings him to the other side of the room. And I think instinctually would like go to grab like right hand onto her right arm, like maybe not pull her back, but like comfort and hold her in close. As he's just as shocked to see Arthur's body here, or what was remained of that.
Which is the site that Parker and Vontavious will come upon as they exit. Is this scene of Turner attempting to comfort Charlotte in some regard. Should you approach, you will see the same sight. And Gertrude, once you exit, as there was not much to see beyond when you left them, you will then see all of them gathered around this body on the floor.
Yeah, I guess this explains where Arthur's been the last couple of days and why there's been no means for contact. I'm very sorry, Lord and Duke and Lady Astiswello. I know it was important to your family.
We should see that his letters are sent.
Of course, yeah. I'm sure we'll
Please
get
believe you
someone on
like
it.
that.
We should also contact the authorities.
Yes, that's also a very important idea. Should we get on that now, I suppose?
Your thought is interrupted. All of your thoughts are interrupted with a sudden as the body on the ground that has been stabbed and shot thrashes seemingly back to life, attempting to release itself from the snare unsuccessfully, flailing like a beached fish.
I think Turner backs up and like hand to Charlotte, like put her like away into the corner while the other hand reaches for the sledgehammer, seeing this thing move and that gasp of breath. He's ready to swing again.
It has much less direction
Mm.
than it did before. It seems much more reactive than anything else now. It doesn't have a sense of where it is. It's not attacking, it's kicking and flailing, trying to get free, trying to get something, some sort of sense of surrounding. It is still lashed. But you all can see that this creature, Hartford Galdepark, as Charlotte now knows, ruined as he is not easily staying dead.
Yeesh. Okay. Uh, I want to call out to it. Halford? Halford Galdepark. That is your name, yes?
The thrashing stops for a second as it grips onto its snare, eyes darting around, looking for a voice.
She's gonna look to the others. They walked in, right?
Everybody has walked in at this point, yes.
She's gonna kind of indicate with her eye that they should like vacate the room. And she's going to step in front of Turner now, and sort of push him back a little bit.
Lady Charlotte, please be careful. I don't know what you're going to do with that, but please don't approach it.
She's gonna turn and look at Turner and say, I live every day like I am going to die. I very well could. And she's gonna turn back towards Hartford, and I'm gonna regain my portfolio.
All right. the creature, Hartford Galdepark, which all of you just heard Hartford at this point. Charlotte seems to have discovered the identity of this individual, is looking around frantically, still trying to find a way out, but also possibly in recognition, or maybe it's just trying to identify of the sound.
I read your journal, Outford. What despair you must have felt being in here. But look, she's going to pull up her eye patch and show just him what's underneath. A bon chat, a bon rat. And she'll put
You
the
can't-
eye patch back down.
You can't tell if what you've shown has any recognition to Hartford, but he fixates on it for a moment before the eye patch goes back down.
I want to help you. What do you need? Can I reach up and pull the pen out of his neck?
You can.
I do that.
There will be a splurt of this blackened blood onto your wrist. Hunger. Hunger.
You are hungry, yes. That makes sense. You were in here a long time. I could bring you some bread.
Hunger. And Charlotte, you can see that Hartford's eyes at Hunger are once again fixated on you, but not your eye,
Mm.
on you.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else I can bring you, Outford?
And he looks over your shoulder to the others in the room. You all see his eyes passing over you, glassied, unfocused, hungry.
Do I know what it takes to take something like this down?
Two things do a very good job with the ruin.
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately, they work in tandem together.
Oh, great. Oh, fuck.
They are alcohol and fire.
Yeah. Quick question. Was one of these keepsakes a lighter?
It was not. Your cousin, or rather now Gertrude, is holding a candle.
Okay. Can I just I'm gonna speak in Dremark French to Parker, and basically indicate that we need to light this guy up.
Do you think he's beyond the point of saving?
He is hungry, Parker.
I see. And do you think we can hit him without doing the entire room? Or do we need to write this one off as an insurance claim as well?
I suppose we shall see.
Should we encourage the others to get out, or is they witnesses of a kind we cannot afford?
Parker.
I know you fancy the one, but you know, reputation and all that.
We do not have time to talk about this. Let them all out.
I believe we should all leave my cousin alone, as she handles this quite aptly on her own. Gertrude, if we could borrow your candle.
You know what? Fine. Here, take it. I don't know what's happening anymore, and that's okay. And just don't burn the house down. Whatever it is you're going to do, all right?
Paroles,
heard her.
paroles.
I stand in the hallway and I cross my arms.
Turner, Vontavious.
Montavious, should I go first?
I think Montavious is like had about enough, and he goes out into the hallway too with Gertrude, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Like he's just so confused.
Yeah, I think Turner is taken aback at first that he's being asked to leave, where just seeing everyone who's just got run through and whatever bullshit is happening right now. As we'll approach Charlotte again and hand on shoulder, like, Lady Charlotte, are you sure you want to be left alone in here? I know you don't need my protection, but it would gesture to his shoulders and point to Gertrude like, this is not safe. You seem very comfortable where you're at this moment, and I appreciate. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this at the moment. It's kind of scary, but are you sure?
I am certain. Simply remember the question I asked you before.
And he'll look down at the body on the floor. Is this something precious to you then?
She kisses him. It is you.
I think break of the kiss, return for another kiss after it is called out that it is Turner. Before breaking again, if anything happens, I'll be right outside the door. I'll be darting here as fast as I can. Okay.
Okay.
Then the gestured hand grip as he walks out and just lost the grip on the way. I will step up with everyone else.
Yes, you turn to leave, acutely and suddenly aware that Parker is still in the room. As you exit,
Duke, my apologies.
as you step out.
This is not the first time he's seen something like this. Absolute, not even the second.
No.
As
There
far
is
as
a
Turner is
list of
concerned,
X's.
it was like, shit. Oh man, I forgot about the audience. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Parker.
on Parker's way out, will just turn to you. Leave yourself in ways that if it goes well enough, I can try to bring you back, please. And then we'll walk out to the hallway with the rest of them.
Oh boy.
It's not going to take any roll to do this, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very easy thing to do. I will say,
Of course it is.
there is one thing that you could do that is a roll that could potentially assist in this, which is a study. And there is a fireplace in a study.
Oh, I see.
The real question is, can you get the body either on fire or before to the fireplace to contain it?
Interesting. I can certainly try. I say
Pick a dice
stalling
pool
so
for
that I
me.
can find my character sheet again. There you
Yes.
are. I want to speak calmingly to him, to try and lure him to the fireplace.
Okay.
So, how's about a benevolence express? And I'll spend a
Express?
passion on this.
Yes, that sounds good. So you'll take one end of the snare, head towards the fireplace, and attempt to lure Hartford Galda Park into a direction.
Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Yes, 5s and 6s will be a success on a passion roll.
This is a dice pool of 5. So if I don't see some pretty numbers here, I'm going to be rather upset. I've got 2 successes here.
Okay, that's definitely going to be more than enough. So you are coaxing Hartford towards you, towards the fireplace, towards you, in front of the fireplace. You'll get him close enough that with the right tug, you should be able to knock him off balance before you empty the rest of that bottle and use the candle. Is there anything else that you'd like to do before you do this? Or while you do this?
I want to pull the last thing I do before I exit the room, I want to pull Arthur's body over there as well.
Okay.
Because I am not letting Parker get a hold of him.
Fair enough. Knocked off balance into the fireplace, you ignite Hartford Galdapark, and all 4 of you outside hear the high-pitched, shrill squealing from inside. He is then pinned by the body of Arthur as Charlotte exits the room. Some blackened smoke exiting through the hole in the wall. Most of it will be going out through the balcony window. A quick glance inside will tell anybody that this house is not going to burn down. This room is already ruined, and it's going to be even more ruined with this smell. But the house, Crowscroft Manor, does in fact stay standing due to the controlled nature of the fire that will cleanse the ruin that is Hartford Galdapark. Which leaves you all with a bit of a conundrum. Parker mentioned, should we consider this an insurance write-off? Currently, the house is presentable, but it is missing a major function that is highly necessary for most things in the house, which is running water, which you would normally get from a cistern. The cistern has to be repaired in order for that to happen. The cistern is currently ruined. If the cistern is repaired and refilled in its current state, ruin will both seep into the piping of the house and down into Crowscroft.
Can we burn it?
You can. Parker seems unwilling to, but you can.
And that will prevent it from going to Crowscroft, going to the rest of the...
You could basically clear the cistern with enough fire of the ruin. You're basically burning off everything in there to effectively sterilize the place. Yes.
Could
And then
I
you'd have to repair it
use
and fill it with water.
a
We can't take
portfolio,
a second
please?
cistern. We can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something we're willing to do as a company.
It's Turner will ask, Zach, can we make a second cistern? Is that an option? Is that something in this we could make happen?
That would be something that we leave this episode on, because
Okay.
that is an intensive process. But I believe that Gertrude has a portfolio she would like to consider.
Yes.
So as the Turner comes out of the room, blushing, she rolls her eyes and goes to her room. And as everyone else emerges from the room, that is now that now has a fire going in the fireplace. She has a pair of goggles on her head and what looks to be some sort of device with a fuel source. There is a nozzle on it. She kind of puts the goggles down on her face and she goes, "All right." The pilot light comes on. "I've got something to deal with. If lunch is going to be served close after, I'd much appreciate it."
I take it this is your tools and equipment.
Yes,
portfolio
yes.
spend.
I would like to have a flamethrower, please.
You got a flamethrower.
You know what? We're at the end. I'm too interested to say no. The hurdle that you will run into, of course, is the fact that your current employer, Parker, does not seem willing for this to be the case. But
You
at
didn't
the same
tell
time,
me
Parker,
that.
Gertrude is the one with the flamethrower.
Yeah. She like makes a move to go into the room. If anyone would like to.
Well,
Don't
you
plan
you
to
would better
destroy.
access the cistern from outside of the house.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you'd have to go outside the house and actually down,
Oh.
open up the cistern and get down into it.
Your plan is not to destroy it, right?
Well, it's gone down into the cistern, which is what provides water for the house, which we will need to run the house.
And now everybody in this room now knows this.
We can get a second one. We cannot get a second rune source like that.
Hand on shoulder of Parker. Let her do her job.
Oh, right, you weren't here before. If we need a source of ruin, there is quite a few that have been cordoned off in the forest. Isn't that right, Lord?
Nope.
Well, I asked Gertrude here to do a full, thorough investigation on your family, and I believe her far more than I believe you. And I imagine
No.
that you would be willing to compromise to give over a few of these cornered off sanctions. Or
If you
share.
be willing to tell me to the minute detail what it is that you do.
I have a very fun time trying to create renewable sources of the rune by seeing what the extent of human evolution can be. Most of them die in fear, and that's on them. Would you like to join them?
Turner and Gertrude, you now also know this.
So you take the ruin and you experiment on them to be able to provide extended life to people.
Essentially, you can live ruinous. It can help in many ways. I see Gertrude raising her hand.
Yeah, what is your current success rate?
More than you would imagine.
Give me a percentage, Parker. It's really going to determine how I respond to this conversation.
So, are we counting the ones that are living happy and healthy, or just the ones that are living?
Happy and healthy.
About 10%.
He punches Parker in the face.
Oh no!
All right, I'll be in the cistern. Turner, I'm going to need your help getting in.
I think before Turner follows Gertrude, he's gonna look at Charlotte like, the French is coming out. I'm trying to find the British again. Hold on.
Right.
Right there. Would you, Lady Charlotte? This whole thing's really fucked up my voice this evening. Lady Charlotte, is this? Are you familiar? Should I? Are we? What would you like? I'm lost. What should I be doing right now? My love, you're muted.
You're so right, bestie. Sorry. Oh no, my accent is also messed up.
Oh Lord.
I
I'm
suppose
just
we
a
wait
quirky
and see.
lady.
Yeah, it's so cute. I suppose we wait and see what happens. It seems that Lord Sneed has become aware of exactly what partners he is business he is partnering with.
So I should not go help Miss Gertrude right now.
Are we asking what you want or what I want?
Damn you today. I'm asking what you want. Tenekiner.com. I'm asking what you want.
I don't
What
want
I will
you to
do.
see.
Please, go ahead.
I don't want you to see another danger in your life. But seeing as I am asking you to allow me to do dangerous things as well, I suppose I must let you go.
Has Gertrude already gone downstairs, or she's waiting? Like,
I am on my
You're
way.
still
I'm
muted, too.
tromping down the stairs.
my
I
love,
can
you
tell
are
you going
muted.
downstairs, but you're also muted.
Go. All right. Then Turner will give Charlotte a peck on the cheek and go out with Gertrude. I think though he is madly in love right now, he has been torn apart by the small instance of the ruin he has seen. He's like, yeah, okay, that needs to go.
Physically and emotionally.
Both, yes, correct. That
And
plank of
with,
wood really fucked me up.
with Gertrude and Turner off to begin the final fixing of the cistern, which will still take some time, but will finally make this house a home. Some conflict on the inside between business partners, and questions as to just how well we can keep the goings on here under wraps. I think this is where we're going to close our chapter of Our Brilliant Ruin.
Whew.
Wow.
Thank
Well
God I
done,
didn't have to
everyone. We
make
did it.
another roll. Yikes.
Yeah, you were on the edge
I-
there.
I considered having you roll to fix the cistern just now, but it's like, no,
Yeah.
we're at the end.
Mm,
So it would just
Thank you.
blow up and we're like, and that's everything.
yeah.
The help is gone.
Thank you all so much for being part of this story, exploring this game. Studio Hermitage put together a very, very fun game. They're trying to get funding together to keep doing this game and more games. So look into them, please. And that is a personal plea, not a sponsor. Yeah, that's everything. How is everybody feeling?
Whew.
Great. Thank
We
you
didn't
for running.
die.
Yeah.
Wow, good job, guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much for running this for us,
Yeah.
Zach.
Yeah.
And thank you to all of the players who went on this spooky journey with us. I very much appreciate it. I had some fun. Thank you for letting me do a period piece. That's all I wanted.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
yeah.
Thank you for bearing with me until we got to the horror in the third act.
Yes. No, I like both parts of this. I like it. It was great. Let's
Can
go
we go back
around
to
and have
the dinner
everybody
party?
have everybody say who they are and where you can find them. Let's start with our game master. Zach, take it away.
Hi, everybody. I'm Zach Rivado. You can find me all over the internet at Sneakernet or Sneakernet Music for games that I play and run and music that I make. To both of those things, let's take a look at the calendar. Tomorrow on Game Master Monday, I am running a one shot live on their channel called Death Was the Only Way Out of Town. It's a 1 to 2 pager made by Grant Howitt. It's very, very fun. It's a gritty noir piece where you're trying to kill the guy that's dreaming this terrible location for you without letting him know that you know it's a dream. We'll see how they do with it. On Friday is the finale of Canto 3 of Inferno, which is a Dante's Inferno themed D&D game running on the streaming Rainbow. We've been running it for a long time. By long time, I mean 6 episodes, but it feels like a long time. This game is going to go a long time because as soon as we are done with this finale, we turn our characters over to the next batch of people as they continue further down into hell. And it's going to go for quite some time. So see how it ends and then follow along from there. And then beyond that, I suppose I'll break the news here before I start putting it up on my socials. I'll be releasing my sophomore album for Sneakernet in the next couple of weeks. You'll follow me on socials to learn about that. The title of the album is Electronic Music for Digital Demons. I'm very excited to finally have another full album together and out, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. I'm going to kick things over down to Ian.
Oh, that's me. My tummy doesn't feel good. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Ian, or your boy Big on all social media. What I'm doing next? The best thing to do is just keep an eye on my Instagram because I am ramping down my activity in games and such here late because of stuff and things. So just go to Instagram, or you can pick your favorite social media, type in YABOIBIG, and you'll find me. And if you don't, let me know so I can monopolize that corner of the internet as well. Um, I do have a question, Zach. Where can we listen to that music? Is it like on Spotify and shit?
All of my music is on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Bandcamp, pretty much anywhere where you can listen to music. My music is available, and the album will be as well.
Solid. Well, I will kick it over to DanaeKeener.com.
DanaeKeener.com.
That's me, my full name. Hi, everybody. I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener from DanaeKeener.com. It's where I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on the Indoor Adventures channel. So if you want to see stuff like that, you should go over there, DanaeKeener.com. I'm going to popcorn over to Sean.
Hello, everyone. I am Sean. You can find me all across the internet as Help Action Needed. We've got a podcast. It exists. It's apparently good. It won an award. If you want to find me live, you can do so several times this week, actually. On Wednesday, you can find me on my channel, twitch.tv/help-action-needed, for our finale of Hell Whalers. We have been doing a 4-part mini-series about some sinners in hell, and we'll see if they make it to heaven or they drown in the abyssal ruins. We'll see. On Thursday, there will be a continuation of a game called Theater of the Mind, which is a Faustian-inspired D&D and Candela Obscura campaign. The week prior, we finished the D&D part and it managed to live, and now we're in Candela. So if you want to come watch my little guy named Kelly going way too far into the rune, kind of like Parker, he's really interested in it. He is the medium and he thinks it's cool. Then on Friday, if you want an entire day just to see me, congrats, you can. At 11 o'clock on my channel, Central, we'll be doing a game called This House is Mad, and So Am I, written by Meadow. And then after that, at 4 p.m. on Charm Party is the first of a 7-part mini-series of Monster of the Week. We'll be playing The Spooky. And then at 8 p.m. on Jenna Dagger's channel is the premiere of a Curse of Strahd campaign we've been recording for a while now. And then Saturday, you won't see me at all. And then Sunday on my channel at 4 p.m. Central will be a game of Black Flies, a new game from Goose Poop Games. And it will be a nice little demo of it before it goes live on its backer kit Kickstarter on the 6th. So follow me on the socials, check me out. See a lot of games this week from a lot of different systems and a lot of different people. That's me, DanaeKeener.com. And we'll send it to Danny.
Me. Hi, everybody. I'm Danny. I go by CG Danny B all over the internet. You can find me Blue Sky, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Typically, I stream on Twitch Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, playing all things indie gaming. If you want to catch me for TTRPGs, you can find me Thursday nights on Crit Hit Chronicles for Tales the Valiant, along with Ian and LB. Are we doing crazy stuff? Maybe. It's been a couple weeks. We'll be back to it, I'm sure. And then if you're gonna miss me on this channel, don't miss me just yet, because I'll be here next weekend for Monster of the Week, run by Cujo. So more DMing with Cujo. I'll be right here playing some Monster of the Week. Other important things: on Thursdays we drop our episodes of Playlog Podcast. This past week we did our book club for Until Then, a very sad game about a boy who doesn't know if his memories work. And this coming week we'll be covering Consume Me, which is a game about a small girl who gets told that she's overweight and she needs to fix that in her life. She has a very bad mother. We're going to talk about that one too. Indie games are great. That's me. So LB.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. The person we don't have with us is RJ, or you can find him at rjustice282. He is currently having a good time elsewhere, but we do miss him. Rest in peace, Arthur. But I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on Instagram and on Blue Sky. I'm Hack Recklessly here on Twitch and on YouTube. If you found me, give us a like, give us a follow. We love to hear from you. The next time I'm gonna be live is gonna be on Monday. I'm gonna be on Folk and Myth. We're doing The Devil's Daughters, which I play the youngest one in. It's very fun. I'm the baby. I'm an 18-year-old baby, but I'm daddy's favorite, which is amazing. And on Wednesday we'll be back with Nerd Immersion. We're doing our Phandelver and Below and Beyond and whatever. Thursday, Critic Chronicles. Friday, Red and I are going to be back going through Resident Evil 7, which is so gross. It's the grossest one we've played yet, and it's very frustrating, but it's very fun to watch. And then Sunday, we'll be back here. We'll have Danny, we'll have Greg Leatherman, Wally, Cujo, everyone, the pseudo Scooby Squad for some Monster of the Week. And we're trying out a lot of new playbooks that came out recently. So if you want to see that sort of stuff, just stop on by. Check out our socials for all the promotions for that. And that's it. That's all I got. So thank you again to Zach for running this. Thank you to all the players for playing in it. I had such a good time. And I guess I'm LB Hackemup. Hack recklessly. Bye.